You are born in a palace. The room fills with relief when you cry. Not joy, relief, because you are not your brother. You are his sister. And that distinction will define every moment of your existence until the day you die. They dress you in silk. They whisper prayers of gratitude. Your mother holds you close, already mourning what you will never become. You are loved. You are also a problem waiting to happen. When your brother was born, the bells rang for 3 days. Cannons fired at dawn, noon, and dusk. Wine flowed through the fountains in the city square. Your father walked the halls of the palace, weeping with joy, embracing men who congratulated him on securing the future. Ambassadors from a dozen kingdoms sent gifts. Gold, jewels, horses bred for war. A prince had arrived. The line would continue. The realm was safe. For you, the bells rang for 3 hours. The wine was poured in private chambers. The gifts were modest, polite. Your father smiled when he held you, but his eyes drifted toward the window, toward the horizon, already thinking ahead to the next negotiation, the next alliance, the next problem you would either solve or become. This is not cruelty. This is clarity. The crown does not deal in sentiment. It deals in function. Your brother functions as an heir. You function as leverage. You are royal blood, but you are not the heir. That single fact creates a peculiar danger that everyone around you understands before you can even speak. You are close enough to the throne to threaten it, far enough that you can be sacrificed to protect it. You are valuable because of who you are. You are expendable because of who you are not. Your father looks at you differently than he looks at your brother. When he sees his son, he sees himself immortalized. He sees continuity, legacy, the future of his name carved into history in stone. When he sees you, he sees a negotiation that has not yet been finalized, a treaty signed in flesh and blood, a tool that must be preserved in perfect condition until the moment it is needed, and then spent without hesitation or regret. Your value is enormous. Your power is non-existent. This paradox will haunt you. The nurses who tend you understand it before you do. They are careful around you in ways they are not careful around the maids or the kitchen staff. They speak in hushed tones. They curtsy, but not too deeply. You are not the heir, after all. They are kind, but never familiar. They do not share gossip with you. They do not laugh too loudly in your presence. They do not forget, even for a moment, who you are, because they know what you do not yet comprehend. Proximity to the crown makes everyone cautious. It makes every word a potential mistake, every gesture a possible offense. You are born into a world where people are afraid of you and afraid for you in equal measure. And you are only ever one decision away from becoming dangerous. The chamberlains keep records of your movements. The physicians document every illness. The priests pray for your obedience. Your existence is monitored not because you are suspected of wrongdoing, but because surveillance is simply what happens to royal daughters. You are too important to ignore, too risky to trust. You grow up inside this contradiction, treasured and contained, adored and watched. Your nursery is filled with toys carved from ivory and wood. Your cradle is draped in velvet. You are sung to sleep by women whose voices are soft and whose eyes are always alert. Every gift you receive is also a boundary. Every privilege hides a prohibition. The doll you are given teaches you to care for children you will bear for a man you have not chosen. The books you are allowed to read teach you piety and patience, never philosophy or law. The gardens you are permitted to walk in are beautiful and enclosed, their walls too high to see over, their gates locked every night. You are being built into something, shaped with the same precision as a piece of armor. Except armor is meant to protect the one who wears it. You are meant to protect the throne. You are 15 when they begin discussing your marriage. You do not participate in these discussions. You overhear them, in hallways, through doors. Your name mentioned like a figure in a ledger. Your future calculated like a sum. The man you will marry has not been chosen for his character. He has been chosen for his utility. Perhaps he rules a neighboring kingdom and your marriage will secure peace. Perhaps he is an aging duke whose loyalty must be rewarded. Perhaps he is a foreign prince whose alliance your father desperately needs. You will not meet him before the betrothal is announced. You will certainly not be asked if you approve. When the decision is made, your mother comes to your chambers. She tells you this is a great honor, that you will bring glory to your family, that you are fortunate to serve the realm in this way. She does not meet your eyes when she says it. The wedding is elaborate. The ceremony lasts hours. You are dressed in cloth of gold. Your hair is braided with pearls. You look like a treasure being delivered, and that is precisely what you are. Your husband is a stranger. He may be kind. He may be cold. He may be cruel. You will discover this only after the marriage is consummated, the treaty signed, the alliance sealed. By then, it will not matter. Your body's not your own. It is a vessel for heirs, a bridge between dynasties, a signature on a contract written in blood and vows. If you produce sons, you have fulfilled your purpose. If you do not, you have failed the only test that matters. Romance is not part of this equation. Love is a fantasy reserved for peasants and poets. You are neither. You are a sister to the crown, and that means your feelings are a luxury no one can afford. But suppose you are intelligent. Suppose you are charismatic. Suppose the people adore you. Suppose you become more than a pawn. This is when the danger begins. Your brother's advisors notice first. They watch how the crowds cheer when you appear in public. They note how foreign ambassadors seek your counsel. They hear the rumors that you are wiser than your brother, more graceful than his wife, more beloved than either. This cannot be tolerated. You may not want power, but perception is its own form of treason. If people believe you deserve the throne more than your brother, then you become a threat whether you intend to or not. The restrictions begin subtly. You are no longer invited to certain ceremonies. Your household is reduced. Your correspondence is monitored. Letters you send disappear. Letters you should receive never arrive. You are not told why. You are simply made to understand that your presence has become inconvenient. If you protest, you are labeled ungrateful, ambitious, dangerous. If you remain silent, the isolation continues. There is no winning move. There is only endurance. In the most extreme cases, you are removed entirely, sent to a distant estate, placed under the care of women who are tasked with ensuring you cause no further trouble. You are not imprisoned, but you are not free. You live in a kind of soft exile, surrounded by comfort and completely alone. You write letters to your brother. He does not respond. Perhaps he never receives them. Perhaps he reads them and chooses silence. It does not matter. The decision has been made. You are too risky to keep close, too valuable to execute, so you are simply set aside, forgotten by everyone except those whose job it is to ensure you stay forgotten. Some sisters are sent to convents. It is framed as a calling, a holy devotion, a choice you have made to dedicate your life to God. The announcement praises your piety. The ceremony is solemn and dignified. No one mentions that you had no choice. You take vows of silence, poverty, obedience. You trade silk for wool. Your hair is shorn. Your name becomes Sister something or other, stripped of the title you were born with. You pray 8 times a day. You sleep on a hard bed in a cold cell. You will never leave these walls. This is not a punishment. This is a solution. Other sisters fall mysteriously ill. The sickness is always vague, a fever that will not break, a weakness that worsens steadily. The physicians do their best, of course. They are very concerned. They try every remedy. And yet, despite their efforts, you fade. Your death is mourned. Your brother weeps at your funeral. Perhaps he even means it. Historians will note your passing in a single sentence. Born in such and such year. Died in such and such year. Buried in the family crypt. No mention of what you wanted. No record of what you endured. Just dates and silence. Some sisters are luckier. They live out their years on quiet estates, far from court. They manage servants. They tend gardens. They are comfortable and utterly powerless. They age in obscurity, their names barely remembered even by their own nieces and nephews. When they die, the mourning is brief. Their estates revert to the crown. Their belongings are distributed. Their lives are summarized in official records as unremarkable. This is the fate of sisters who do not cause problems. Erasure without scandal. Disappearance without drama. The Crown prefers it this way: clean, quiet, complete. The throne is not just a seat, it is an appetite. It consumes everything around it: loyalty, love, family, truth. It devours without guilt and demands without end. And sisters are its most convenient sacrifice. You are born close enough to power to understand its weight, but you are never permitted to carry it. You are raised in luxury, but owned entirely. You are loved, but only insofar as you remain useful. Your worth is immense, but it is never yours. Every decision about your life is made by someone else. Every choice is calculated for its political value. You are moved across the board like a piece in a game you are not allowed to play. And when you are no longer useful, you are removed. Not with violence, but with bureaucracy, with announcements, with polite letters and formal decrees. You are erased by procedure, forgotten by design. History remembers kings. It remembers wars, treaties, coronations. It remembers the names carved into monuments and the bloodlines preserved in official records. It does not remember you, not your laughter, not your fear, not the moment you realized your life would never be your own, not the night you wept into your pillow, knowing no one would hear, not the years you spent smiling through the slow suffocation of your own existence. You are the price of stability, the cost of continuity, the necessary loss that allows the dynasty to endure. You are born royal, and you die invisible. This is the fate of a sister to the crown.